Hi everyone, it's Kathy here from Bello's Designs, and today we're going to be creating this card using a mixture of Lavinia stamps and Cardio stamps. I've called this one Summer Wine because after a hard day's work, Everly loves nothing more than to have a glass of wine and reflect upon her day, just outside our little tree house. Wouldn't we all like to do that? Right, for this project, we're going to need a piece of multifarious card that I've cut 4.25 inches by 6 inches. The black backing card is 6.25 inches by 4.5 inches, and then that will be mounted onto a piece of card. Once folded, measures 5 inches by 7 inches. For the stamping today, I'm going to be using VersaFine Clair Nocturne for all the stamping, and for the backgrounds I'm going to use a little bit of the Lavinia Sundance and some Della Blue. The stamps I'm going to be using today are the Druids In LAV 572, Secrets Are Kept or Secrets Are Hidden. I'm not sure what the title is on that one, but it's LAV 346. And we have LAV 769, the Forest Lanterns, and I'm going to use the small one. And the LAV 597, Mushroom Lantern. And finally, I'm going to have the Cardio Summer Sunset Siesta, and we're going to have the barrel and some leaves and grapes and a carafe of wine and a glass of wine. For the stamping, I'm going to be using my Misty for the large tree because she's quite a big stamp, and in case I need to restamp it. And I have a range of stamping blocks to stamp the other items with. And for other things, I have the Derwent Inktense pencils for doing the tree and a bit on the bottom there. So I have a variety of colours here. I've got a yellow, an orange, a couple of browns, and I've got like a moss green for the bottom and a blue and a green for the door. I'm also using the yellow and the orange for her wings. I have a yellow Posca pen for doing inside the lantern, an orange Posca pen for doing around the tree, and the blue Posca pen is for the grapes. I've got a variety of stencil brushes. I've got a couple of thin ones and a nice thick one for doing the backgrounds. I also have a fine paintbrush and a jug of water for the Inktense pencils, and I have a black pencil on hand just in case I need to touch up anything that doesn't quite stamp correctly. So let's get started. Unusually for me, I'm going to do all of the stamping first and then I'm going to do the colouring afterwards. So let's get my Misty ready. And I'm going to start with the tree. So I'm going to put that bar over that side just to hold it firm. And I don't want the whole tree on. I want all of the tree trunk, but I don't want all of the roots. So I'm just going to position it so that it's quite close to the edge. But I'm getting all of the little stepping stones things on the bottom there. That's it. Right. So I'm going to stamp this one. Now my ink isn't new, I've had it for a little while, so I may need to stamp this a couple of times anyway. Press that down. Yeah, I think I will do it again just to make it a bit crisper. Perfect. Right, I'm going to move my Misty out of the way. Get my stamps over now. Right, so I'm going to start with the barrel. Now with the barrel, I accidentally stamped it the wrong way the other day because it's, I don't know if you can see very well on here, but it does very slightly come in on the front, but it's not as obvious as some other stamps, so just be aware of that. And when I'm stamping, I'm trying to get coverage, but I don't want it to completely cover up the white lines, because if you go really heavy on the ink, I'm just tapping it very, very lightly, because if you go very heavy on the ink, you lose those white lines. So I'm going to put this just over here. And there we go. Just give that a quick clean. Now I'm going to have the carafe of wine. Now the glass. Oops. One on the floor. I'll put that just at the end there. And in the middle, I'm going to have a small bunch of grapes, because we like to have snacks with our wine. Just place those there. Right, so next I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which is about secrets being kept. Secrets are hidden in most unlikely places. There we go. And now we're going to have the lantern. That's going to need to go over here. I've got one about there. One of the reasons I decided to stamp first was I didn't want the blue background to get in the tree, so I wanted it to make the tree stand out a little bit more. That's inky fingers. Right, so now what I'm going to do now, I've inked up my lantern and I'm looking for my Everly stamp. I seem to have lost her already. There she is. So I just want to position her so that she's not on the font. So she's about there. So the highest that can go would be here. So I'm going to lower that a little bit. And then we're going to add our fairy. So she should be able to sit on there without getting caught up in the font. She's just sitting there waiting for her wine. And lastly, we're going to put some grapes and a leaf just up the top here. So she has her own little grapevine that she can make her own wine with. Wouldn't that be great? Put that one there. That one can go there. And a couple of little leaves. And some larger grapes. Now, I just noticed a little smudge there. I'm going to have to find my mono rubber. I'll be right back. Right, I found it. So I'm just going to go over my smudge. Like so. There we go. So that's all the stamping done. And now I'm going to start on the backgrounds. So I'm going to use a bit of the Elements ink first. Don't want it too bright. Just going around here, just outside, and a little bit in there too. A bit more in there. There we go. So that's all we need of the lemon. And now we're going to use the Jello Blue. Now again, my Jello Blue is also quite a well used one, so I can go straight onto it. If that was a new ink pad, I would suggest going off it first and dabbing it off onto the mat or in the lid or something. Right, so just going all around the little nooks and crannies here. There we go. And now for the colouring. Right, so I'm going to start with the right hand side of the tree that's closest to the lamp, so it's going to have some light reflecting from the lamp. So I'm going to start that side in lemon. stand out that little bit more. Right, that's done. So I'm going to let that Posca pen dry for a minute. While we're waiting for that to dry, can I remind you that we have 2 Facebook groups? I don't know if you go on Facebook, but if you search for Del Bello's Designs Lounge, that's where we have all of the Lavinia based products. And on the Del Bello's a la carte lounge, that's for all products that Patty sells apart from Lavinia. So the Lavinia goes onto the Designs Lounge and all of the other items go on the other. And I've just realised I hadn't finished it off at the bottom here, so I'm just going to do that now. So this is just the grass on the bottom with the sort of moss green colour in the Inktense pencils. I'm just going to go over the bottom here. There we go. Now it's all finished. So just need to get some tape. Or glue, whichever you prefer to use. I personally like using tape, but I know a lot of people like using the glue. So I'm just going to press that down. Stick that onto here. So just measure it up. That's about right. And then we're going to glue that onto the card. There we go. Make sure I've got it the right way around. And it's tricky doing this on camera. It's much easier when you haven't got a camera in the way. That's about right. And there we go. Summer wine. I hope you enjoyed that and found it useful, and hope to see you next time. Bye.